Welcome to Elevate with To The Top. This is episode 4. I am your host, Marco Dolo. Please go check us out at tothetopent.com. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a comment below, hit the sub button, and everybody give a welcome to today's guest, Mr. Akil Prince of Designs by Akil.
Ooh, yeah. That's why I didn't clap for myself.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's good to have you here, bro. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm going to start off with telling a little bit about the history between me and you. So we met in 2020 during the pandemic, right after I started To The Top Entertainment. I believe it was in like October.
Yeah.
I was referred to you by a client. It was your client and my client. I don't remember what.
Which one?
Yeah, I don't remember who or what the details were. But I contacted you for a Mooncut 14K rose gold chain.
Damn, you remember all that detail, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. But we made that deal, and it was history. Started selling jewelry for you, doing primarily grills, molding grills, and selling them. And then learning some basic repairs. We started doing some business together. It started off real good, and then business like fell real hard for me. I think there was like a lot of factors to it. My dad passed, and like, you know, going through a lot, so I kind of fell off from a lot of things. And you know, I know like similar things were happening in your life, and just you know, that was a really crazy time from like, you know, 2020 up into 2022. You know, so, you know, we kind of lost contact, but, you know, in the previous, you know, 6 months, we've kind of, you know, got back into communication with each other. And, you know, it's a good thing. It's good to reconnect with your people.
Yeah.
But now that we got that out of the way, we can talk a little bit more about you. So you grew up in Birmingham,
Yes.
Alabama, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what that was like, and, you know, like your early life, and how, you know, like, is there anything from Birmingham that like really helped shape who you are today?
Man, my early life in Birmingham, Alabama, it's an interesting one. I tell people all the time, it's like Grand Theft Auto.
I was about to say, isn't there like a nickname for Birmingham?
Murder Hound?
Yeah, there we go. I didn't want to say it because it's not like, you know.
It's not good, but I mean, that's what it is, though. Murder Hound.
You know, if you're a local and you say it, then, you know.
Man, I be telling people all the time, don't visit, drive through. Don't even stop for gas all the time. You do lock all your doors and make sure you keep your Glock on you, because you'll never know what could happen. I feel like growing up in Alabama, it was very diverse, but all black. Like, I grew up where my mom raised us. I was homeschooled my whole life. Okay. 2 siblings.
What was that like?
Being homeschooled? Just like normal life. It's hard when people ask me that, because nothing really to compare it to, because I've never been to a school before. So it's like, to me, it's just,
I guess
I know.
What my question is, like, what the socialization?
So socialization-wise, my mom always made sure we would go out and do things.
Okay.
So she almost made it to where, like, it functioned like a school. But she was a single mother, so she would work in the morning. She'd give our homework super early in the morning, give us everything we need to do, our assignments and all of that, if we had any tests or anything that day. And then we'll do it while she's gone. And then when she come back, she'll check over all our homework and everything, grade everything, let us know what's up. And as far as socializing, she would put us in different programs and things. So we'll be doing all type of different things. She made sure all of us learned an musical instrument. I was a drummer. My brother played keys.
Dope.
My sister, guitar player, bass, acoustic, electric. My mom played bass, acoustic, electric, harmonica, trombone, and then she could read and write music, most all of it.
So yeah. single parent house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Didn't start off like that always. My mom and dad were actually originally married for like 17 years.
Okay.
But unfortunately, at one point in time, I'm not too sure what happened to my dad, but he had molested my sister when she was younger.
Damn.
Yeah, multiple times. And she had a nervous breakdown one day, and we found out about it, and they basically pushed for him to be in jail for life. So he's got life.
So he's incarcerated.
Yeah, in Birmingham, Alabama right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a shame that it had to come to that, but
I'm one of those people. Anything predators, child molesters, anything like should have shot.
well, no, yeah. What I'm saying is more like condolence for your sister, and it's a shame that had to happen. And I'm not concerned about him because he's a
he's shit.
Yeah, for lack of better words.
Mm-hmm.
So moving forward, okay. What time? How old were you
when all that happened?
Yeah.
I was real young, probably like 6, 7.
Okay.
But I tell people all the time, I was real mature. I've always been real mature and
I feel that.
Just
that's
knowing.
When we were talking about age just a second ago. I was like, because I thought you to be older than I am.
People always tell me that, and I'll be like, nah, bro. I've always been this way. Like even when I was a little kid, I've always been super mature. So when I found out about it as a kid, when my sister did have that breakdown, I was watching WWE. Monday Night Raw, bro. Watching Rey Mysterio go against, I don't remember who he was going against, but he just did 369. I'm over here going crazy. Running through the house, 369, 369.
It's crazy what our brains attach to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I go into the room, bust in the room, try to tell my mom about it. I see my mom crying and my brother over here crying too, holding her. Now I'm just like, okay. So I just slowly close the door awkwardly and walk away. I go back to the room, look at wrestling. I think about it for a little bit. I'm like, man, what's going on? So later on, my sister get home. She crying too. The whole house fucked up. Literally, you like if everybody's in a bad mood or something happens and like the whole vibe in the house goes off. That's exactly how I felt. And I had went to my mom and asked her, and I was like, what's going on? And she didn't really want to tell me. And I was like, does it have something to do with Dad and Kia, my sister? And she's like, yes. And she's like, I think you're too young for me to be trying to tell you about all of it right now. And I don't want to overwhelm you, I guess, so to speak. So I was like, even though I'm really young, I'm still a kid. I'm telling her this. I'm like, even though I'm a kid, I understand and comprehend a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
And I told her that, and she just looked at me for a second. And she was like, well, it was about your dad. He basically molested your sister a few times. And I was just like, damn. I said, I don't know why, but I had a bad feeling something like that was going to happen, or you was going to tell me something like that. As a kid, I'm telling her this. So
as, being young, you naturally you can read between the lines and, read context. I feel that I was a similar way, and I feel like growing up, you're exposed to a lot of stuff outside of what is meant to be exposed to you, and the way you absorb that really shapes the way your perception of the world. So I can imagine what you were, where your mindset was at that time.
Yeah, it just made me angry, upset, sad. That's like how I was.
Understandable.
And like I said, being young in Birmingham, Alabama, you get exposed to a lot of things. So I saw dead bodies and stuff when I was a kid. One of my best friends at the time tried to jump me into the blood gang.
Hey, bro, the way you said that was so white, dude. I'm just going to put that out there right now on GP.
I love it. He's like, bro, it says so
gang.
white. The blood gang,
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. And he told me, he's like, I was at his house spending the weekend. He was trying to jump into it. He's like, yeah, bro, it's like a family. Whoop de whoop. All I got to do is just hit you a few times, and my homeboys got to hit you a few times. I said, hit me. I said, that's a family? He was like, yeah, bro. I said, nah, bro, if you hit me, bro, I'm going to hit you back. He said, nah, you're not supposed to hit back. That's the thing. You can't hit us back. I said, nah, bro, I ain't going to lie. You hit me any amount, I'm going to hit you back. I don't care what it is. And he's like, He just looked at me and I was like, nigga, I'm not about to join anything. I said, I'm good. I'm not with all that. I said, I don't need a gang to be strong or feel like I have a family or this and that. I said, I don't know what y'all got. He's like, bro, it's like you just have support. And
What year you think this is?
it's like probably like '07, '06, '08.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny because I remember, growing up here in Nashville, like when, when I think about like middle school and gangs, like
Yeah.
Bloods and Crips weren't really like, yeah, well, you heard about them because of, LA culture and shit. But like, we had shit like Kurdish Pride Gang, Asian Pride Gang, MS-13, Brown Pride, and like
old school.
You know what I'm saying?
The originals.
Yeah, and a lot of GDs and Vice Lords and stuff like that. So like, I believe it was around like, I could be wrong about this. And apparently, there's been a lot of like Crip sets in Nashville since like the, early '90s. But like being a young kid growing up in the '90s, like you're not really like that's not
not in your scope.
Yeah, you're not even. It's not until like middle school and stuff like that. Sometimes in like later grade school where you start getting like introduced to like just that type of environment.
Yeah.
But like I remember it being around like '06, '07, '08 where you start seeing, and I don't know if it had to do some with like Lil Wayne.
I don't know what happened, bro.
But like everybody was trying to claim blood.
Exactly. Everybody got red flags, black flags out here. I'm like, bro.
Bro, I went to an art school and like, I kind of went to an art school because I didn't want to go to Antioch. Because Antioch was like kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's what people tell me here.
And like I got in a lot of fights in middle school at JFK, which is right down the street from Anderson. I'm like, man, if I'm getting in fights here, like I don't want to be fighting all the time. And anybody who's like, oh, I just want to fight all the time. Like I pray for you, bro, because like I don't. That's a lot of energy,
man. What
you know what I'm saying? Like defending yourself is one thing, but just like going fighting. Out, looking for a fight, nah, bro. Like I'm cool. I'm cool on that. So I went to NSA. Playing guitar and stuff, and like people were even trying to bang,
back then,
and it's like, what, bro? Like you're crazy. Like what are y'all talking?
That's what I was telling them. Like, nigga, what?
And then there's obviously, I remember there were some dudes who like, that's their they were transplants and their families were this set and they like grew up in it,
so it's already part of them.
They were already trying to get out of that like
life.
Lifestyle, but they're still coming to school and like they're having to because at that time you take the city bus. They didn't have a bus because it was a magnet school, so you had to take the city bus downtown and then take downtown to wherever you were going, and catch another bus.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, so there were people that were like they're literally catching the bus and they got to walk through like however many blocks of like enemy territory or whatever. And I remember it was crazy being in an art school and people like bringing guns and shit. And like
art school
and being from Tennessee, like I'm a, like even young, no stranger to like firearms and stuff. So like for me it really wasn't I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. But like I knew about firearms and stuff like that even early. So it wasn't really alarming to me, but also like I knew these dudes and I knew like like they weren't bringing it because they're gonna shoot up the school. They're bringing it because they don't want to get their ass beat by like 4 people on the way home from school.
They're trying to defend themselves.
You know what I'm saying? And like what can you do in that situation? But yeah, not to get off tangent, but
so you good. But that is exactly how I be though.
Yeah. And it was funny when he's in the Blood Gang. I was like, wait, what year is this? Because it was just like, and I don't know if it had anything to do with the whole New York movement and all the stuff they got up there. I can't even comment on it because obviously I'm not a part of that culture per se. So, but it's just crazy to think like how much influence it had on so many
people over the world
and young people. Like we're talking about people that are in 6th, 7th, 8th grade trying to wave a red flag and don't even know what it like.
They don't even know nothing about it or what it means or anything. And I'm like, y'all here doing shit. You don't even know what you doing.
No disrespect to any of them guys, but just can't can't really comment on it. But it was just weird seeing, it's like we're down here in Tennessee and Alabama.
Yeah, trust me. I used to tell them, bro, it's weird as fuck. I tell them to their face. All my friends that did it, I used to tell them to their face, like, bro, that shit weird, man. Like, you feel like you stronger with a group of people. You can't be strong by yourself.
And I remember, I moved one school because I was getting in fights and went to another one that was kind of in wouldn't say it was a better area, but it was, on the neighborhood of like a good area.
Yeah.
Right on the edge of like a not so, still in Antioch, but not like Antioch High School.
How about to say anywhere in Antioch, I feel like it's,
Yeah, it was like bordering Nolensville. You know what I'm saying? Like that when you go down Bell Road, and it's like you take a right on Nolensville and you start going
That's
into
the hood.
and then you take a left and you start going into Nolensville, and it's like a little they got fucking $500,000 condos and shit like that.
Yeah. Are you going to the rich side?
Yeah, kind of. But like all the kids, their parents like lived on the border of Brentwood,
outskirts and shit.
You know what I'm saying? So like I went from a school to where there's MS-13 popping up saying like they're gonna shoot up the school and shit, to this one school where it's like very, very mild PG. Like JFK, there's kids fucking in the stairs and shit. Just crazy.
That sounds like Jacksonville High School.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Man, it's wild times. So yeah, bring us back to Birmingham, say like middle school into like high school, and like is there like anything at this time like you thought you wanted to do as a kid?
Oh yeah, definitely. I wanted to be a drummer. The most influential thing that was around at that time was Scrollworks. Scrollworks was this what is it, like a charity, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Almost. They used to give back to the neighborhoods and stuff, and it was also like a community center thing. They weren't at a community center per se, but they were essentially a non-profit organization that went to different neighborhoods that were poverty or just in the hood, essentially. That kids that couldn't afford to play or learn how to be in any type of music or do anything with instruments or music related, they'll go teach them. And people and professors from like all over town would come and work there for free. Okay. From my knowledge, I'm not too sure if it was free or not. I did volunteer one time though, because you can volunteer and all type of different things. But essentially, they would go to different neighborhoods, and they had different rooms with different teachers where you can learn any instrument you wanted to. So that's violin, guitar, drums, anything. And you didn't really have to pay anything. They did get to a point where you like had to make little donations, but you can donate whatever you had. And they had private classes where you'd be multiple people, and you can come there every weekend and learn instruments. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that was the most impactful thing. So because my mom again, I was always playing drums. I went to Scrollworks, and I had met this one cool teacher, a few of them actually, but the one that made the most like imprint on me ever, besides this other guy named Michael Gleiser, is Kevin Leon. He plays for this pretty famous band, St. Paul and Broken Bones.
Dude, that's a really good band.
Yeah, man.
Because they're from Birmingham.
Yeah, bro, they are.
That's crazy.
So the
Shout
drummer,
out to them.
Yeah, bro, the drummer, man, that nigga changed my life. He don't even know it. I still talk to him every now and again, every few years. I'll send him a message or something. We'll hit each other up. And man, like he would tell me and like just inspire me so much to just be better in life, bro, and just a good person. And I tell people all the time, because they'll ask me about my dad. They be like, so how you feel not having father figures? And I'll tell them, I was like, I had father figures, but there would be different ones, I guess. Or just different men in my life that would just have a high impact on you, and really show you values and instill certain things to you, just help you be a better person.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one of the people why I'm so nice is between him and Michael Gleiser and my big brother. Um, Kevin, man, he taught me pretty much almost everything about drums. Real good dude. And then from Kevin, I got in touch with Michael Gleiser, and he was another private teacher of mine. Played drums. He had a band too. I think he still plays the Michael Gleiser Experience. They're called.
That sounds
Yeah.
vaguely familiar.
Yeah, they're real cool people. And then I had a black teacher. I feel so bad because I don't remember his name. And it's the only black teacher I had, and I'm a black man. But anyway, I'm bad with names. We're friends on everything else. I just don't remember his name. I just remember his face.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
You know.
I think the only problem is because I had 3 teachers and I would go to all of them throughout the week, all 3 private. I would go to Scrollworks, go to Leon. They had a private teacher, Michael Eisen, and then the black guy. And the black guy I'll only see like once every maybe 2 weeks, twice a week, something like that sometimes. Everybody else I would see them a lot more often.
Okay.
And I'll be with them more. And man, one day, bro, we had a real impactful day. Me and Kevin, we was in Bailey Brothers Music Store out in Birmingham, Alabama, over there by UAB school. It was UAB College. And I was trying to play this song. My first song I ever learned to play to was Linkin Park Runaway.
Hell yeah, dude.
Bro,
I'm a Linkin Park fan.
I am too. I love Linkin Park. So we in the back of the store playing it, and I just couldn't get it, bro. And I was trying real hard, and he saw I was getting frustrated. He's like, bro, I feel like you need a crowd. And he's like, I feel like you just need to be hyped up a little more. And I was like, okay, what are we going to do? So he's like, let's go out here. We went out to the front of the store and just went to one of the drum sets in the middle of the store. He's like, play it out here, bro. I'm going to record you and everything. And just go for it. Just dive in there. And
dive in.
Yeah, just dive in. Back then, I was kind of a shy person. I didn't really like being around a lot of people. So having to play in front of the store, in front of everyone, I was over here just like, it just didn't work out for me. And he just like had a real impactful conversation with me. He's like, man, bro, just imagine there's no one there. And, you're just chilling, vibing by yourself, playing to the music, He's like, don't even stress about trying to be perfect. He's like, no one's perfect, man. He's like, just try your best. That's all you gotta do. Try your best. Just have fun and try your best. He said, that's all this was life about. And I was like, okay, bro. All right, sure, I'm gonna try it. So I started playing, man. And I just started getting into it. And nigga, I started playing the whole song verbatim. And I'm over there smiling, going hard with it too. And by the time I feel amazing after I finished the song, man. It was one of the most amazing things. Besides that, and also was in the jazz orchestra with Doc Davis in Birmingham, Alabama. Doc Davis had a real big impact on me too with his teachings and some of his influential ways. He was a pretty cool dude. I think he passed away now. I'm not too sure. But yeah,
Okay.
There was some of the very influential people, and that's what I wanted to do originally before I got into jury. I was all about drums, literally. Lived, eat, sleep, breathe, just drum. Music.
It's funny because I didn't know you were a drummer. I don't know if you play guitar and all that.
Yeah.
But it's funny how, and I don't know if it's just Music City,
Yeah.
that everyone I meet, not everyone, but there's a high percentage of new people I meet. And I'm like, oh yeah, and we'll just be talking. We'll meet through like the culinary industry, something else.
Yeah.
Meet through mutual people, and then eventually it comes out like, oh, you do music? Oh, I do music too.
Yeah,
and
bro.
it's like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I play trombone, and I'm like, whoa, this is.
You would not expect that.
Because when I was in concert band. In middle school, I started playing saxophone. I actually started playing guitar, bass, and saxophone all around the.
Okay.
It was like right around, let's say, like 5th grade.
That's a lot.
I bought a bass, right?
Yeah.
And was
playing. Saxophone? I didn't know you played saxophone, though.
Yeah, dude. I played for 4 years all throughout middle school.
Oh, wow.
I played alto, tenor, and bari.
Okay.
I could still, like, if I picked one up, like...
You still, yeah. Do a little something, something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would all just
Pretty
come
dope.
back to me. Like, I still kind of remember the fingerings. It would take me a second.
Yeah.
But that's one of those instruments, and I feel like um, like it's hard to being a saxophone player and then shifting that to guitar because like usually with guitar parts you got a lot more things going,
Really? Okay.
because like a lot of times you'll be playing chords and then in between the strikes of the chords you'll be playing bits of the melody,
Mm.
just depending on the song, or like if you're a lead player, you know you're doing more intricate solo work. But like on a saxophone, it's like the whole scale is laid out on
Yeah.
the instrument itself, just like a clarinet or like a flute.
Yeah.
So everything's like right there,
Gotcha.
or like and I could be wrong on this, but I think it's like a separation between like left brain and right brain.
Yeah.
Because like if I try to play piano it's weird for me because like on guitar your busy hand is your left hand, which is the one that's doing all the instrumentation of like the chords and like the scales, and then your right is the picking,
Yeah.
unless you're left hand, I guess, and then it's
opposite.
yeah,
Okay.
um but like on piano usually your bass, which is your more steady constant tempo, and then is your left hand, and then your right hand is your fast one because it's going to be the treble, the melody, your mid range, notes.
Gotcha.
So that's your busy. So like when I tried to learn piano, it didn't like transfer.
That makes sense. I did this kind of similar thing happened to me because I tried to learn violin, but it wasn't a passion.
I heard violin is a difficult one,
bro.
if you don't love it.
Nigga, it's hard as fuck.
I can imagine.
Only reason I remember the only reason I literally tried to learn it because it was this badass Mexican chick that was a teacher. That's the only reason I was trying to learn it.
That sounds like you, bro.
Yeah, bro. I seen her and I was
you be getting into some stuff over some female influence, bro. I love it. It leaves for a story.
I tell people all the time, man, that's the influence of Johnny Bravo and Austin Powers.
Do the monkey whip.
Yeah.
Looking ass.
Swear to God, man.
Yeah,
oh, goodness. That's hilarious.
So, when did you get interested in jewelry?
Right around the time I was like 14, 15.
Okay.
A lot of people know my mom was an entrepreneur too our whole lives.
Okay.
And she did everything. She would work. She made carpet jewelry, wood burning art, handmade soaps, lotions with fragrances in it, wherever you wanted, oils.
Wait, were y'all in the church at all?
My mother was not. She's a super spiritual person. I was in the
Okay.
church. I actually grew up in the church only because of my grandma. That's another real influence.
I was about to ask because my mind jumped back to like you weren't playing in the church band.
Nah, I never did, bro. Actually, I did 2 times, but I just really being in church as a kid. I tell people all the time, being too aware of your surroundings and being too intelligent sometimes is not a good thing. Because when I was in church as a kid, I would see how corrupt it is and how
same thing.
Yeah. And I spent a lot of time with my grandma, so I would be with my grandma every summer. Literally every summer of my life, I was at my grandma's house the entire summer. And I would be at church all the time with her. So I'm Wednesday Bible study, church every Sunday morning. And
like you wanted to be there, or you had to be there?
No, I had to be there, bro. I didn't want to be there at all.
He's like, nah, I couldn't do anything else.
Literally, bro. This is the South, and this is a black grandma. So I'm going to church. It is no if, and, or buts.
That's
Sometimes
crazy.
I pretend to be sick. I'd be like, I'm sick. I can't get out of bed. My stomach hurt.
Well, the Lord gonna heal you. Let's go.
Literally. I like, I hate her. I can't get out of bed, grandma. And sometimes she'll leave me there, and I'll be so happy. I'll be like, oh my God, I can lay in bed a little longer and not go to church.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I would be too aware, bro. And the other problem is my grandma did the books for the church.
Okay.
So I would be back there seeing all the money after they do collections at the end of the day and be seeing how much money they bring in. And
And
I'll be
this
looking
goes
at,
into the pastor's pocket.
yeah, because then I'll be looking at it. I'll be like, man, we ain't even got no AC in here. It's hot as fuck. But like, where all this money going to, Grandma? I ask her, she'd be like, stay out of grown folks' business. Of course, I would be cursing, but I'd be asking her, like, hey, Grandma, where all this money going to? If the church is getting this many donations, checks, cash. The door's broken. We got a broken window.
Leaky roof.
Yeah, leaky roof. We ain't got no security system. Like what else could I name? The water don't work. But like we getting all this money for the church. Like how does this work exactly?
Yeah.
And I never can wrap my mind around it. Even now, I'll be like, yeah, it just don't seem right. Y'all getting too much money and you're not really giving back enough as much money as you getting in. And they'll have like little events where they giving back to the community and like cooking and doing this and that for the people. But the more I would be there, the more I would go to sleep, literally, bro. I would go to sleep, lay down on my grandma's lap and be asleep. She'll let me too. As long as I was there, that's all that mattered. But I could do whatever else. And yeah.
That's crazy.
I definitely grew up in church, bro. I didn't want to, but yeah. Okay. Now, I always believed in God and everything, but I've never been like a religious person. So I never claimed any type of religion or anything for real. I had, it was a short period of time in my life when I was a young teen that I was like researching Buddhism only because my uncle was. And then we had to talk about it. He had told me a few things about it. And then I had to start researching it more. And then actually, that's why I got this tattoo right here, bro, the Buddha, Black Buddha.
I was looking at that a minute ago.
Yeah, because at that time in my life, I was already researching Buddhism and stuff, real heavy, and thinking about practicing it. But then I never did. And mainly because I had to realize at some point in life, I was like,
well, to be honest, it would be hard to be a Buddhist and a jeweler at the same time because, like, part of Buddhism is like letting go of, like physical attachments.
Exactly.
But that's your whole bread and butter, baby.
Physical attachments.
You might as well like become a monk.
Essentially. So yeah, that never happened. But yeah. Back to my mom and her doing jewelry and everything. She was opening up a location in 5 Points west of Birmingham, Alabama at this like flea market convenience area.
Gotcha.
And it was like multiple businesses inside of it. This is back in the day when like, this was like first starting out and buildings like that was popping up where it was consignment centers and shit like that where you can have different businesses and things. So I was helping her move her like displays and stuff in her little shop. She had a real big store. It was nice. She had it for a few years actually. But I was moving stuff in there, and this Mexican guy seen me helping her, and he came over, started chatting with us. I really didn't want to talk to him. I ain't gonna lie. But he's always just chatting us up, and he actually said, "You want to have an apprenticeship with me for like the summertime, but you wouldn't be getting paid." And I was like, no. I was quick with the no. I was like, yeah, nah. I'm good. Yeah, because I was already hustling and working and doing different things to try to make money. And I was like, yeah, bro.
You gonna come up to a 14-year-old in Birmingham, Alabama, and ask if I want to work for free?
In the summertime.
You got me.
The whole summer? Man, what? So my mom, she gave me the whole little parent spiel. She's like, you never know. It might be beneficial for you in the future. You should try it out, this and that. And I was like, I guess. Yeah, so I went ahead and hit him back up. The next day, went to the store and I told him. And I ended up working with him from I was like 14 to 17 or so.
Okay.
And I basically started off with nothing, essentially like no knowledge of anything. And I also, while working with him, realized he was restarting his whole life as well because he had just came out of divorce and his ex-wife took the old store. Oh, so the reason he was in that consignment was he was basically restarting a whole new business.
And he needed some help.
Yes. That's exactly what it was.
Look at this kid. He looked like he got nimble fingers.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened, bro. He's like, I need some help. So I ended up becoming the help, and we literally built the business from scratch. So like we started off with nothing, no jewelry, no showcases, no none of that. All we had was his equipment. and he had gold, silver, and stuff. And we just did grill orders, repairs, and stuff for a while until we kept buying more things. We did more customs, and then we just kept building up slowly, slowly. So every time,
So this is like 2006, 7.
yeah, around that time.
Okay. So Gold Grills in Birmingham popping at that time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. This is like
okay. Trying to see the context of
Shake That Laffy Taffy
scene.
era. Yeah. You remember that?
Shit,
Shake That Laffy Taffy.
Bro, I had a Motorola flip phone, and that was
back in the day, bro.
Ringtone, bro. I spent $1.29. My mom was tripping.
I be telling people, man, I was like, y'all don't understand. Like, you had to wait till 9 o'clock until you had unlimited minutes, so you could talk to your
text.
Man, what? I had the old school Nokia, the brick, man. I had the Motorola's.
Yep, my first phone was a T-Mobile. It was a Nokia little brick phone.
Yeah, I love them bricks, man.
I was able to put 200 minutes on that, and I had a little shoddy I was hollering at. I was like 11, 12.
Yeah,
well, that 200 minutes, and because every text message was like.
A few minutes.
A minute.
Yeah.
Or like it was like 2 minutes or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. And then every call, it was like, as long as the call went, you burning minutes. So it was even worse.
Yeah. All right. So y'all built this business.
Yeah.
Homeboy, he just got divorced, so he didn't have nothing.
Nah.
Which I mean, that's a very...
I didn't know that until I was in it.
I mean, you're painting a good picture, man.
Yeah.
I see it all happening right before. Because, I mean, being, one business owner to another business owner, like, that grind and that process. And, like, seeing it at 14, 15 and not, like, realizing what it is.
Yeah.
And then, 10 years later, you're like, oh, snap.
Nigga, what? That's exactly how I be sometimes. I call him. When I had the store, bro, I would call him. And I'd be like, bro, why you didn't tell me it would be days like this? Swear to God. He would just start laughing at me. And we ended up getting to the point we got like a father-son relationship. So he'd be like, mijo. And he'd be like, mijo, I told you. And I'd be like, bro, did you? You didn't tell me this. Because I first started when I was an apprentice. He told me, he's like, bro, just want to let you know, if you really want to do this, this is one of those jobs like
lifetime.
Yeah, like being an electrician or a welder or something, those type of skills where you learning it, that's it. And you can learn more stuff, but you going to be investing a lot of time into this and money. And he's like, man, some days he's like, I know jewelers that have gotten depressed, lost everything, started all over again, lost everything again, killed themselves because of it, got robbed, killed themselves, all type of different things. Got killed, being robbed. He's like, this is dangerous and it's very, he's like, it's an emotional roller coaster. And I was like, okay. I didn't really believe him at the time. I was a teenager.
And it's crazy to think, like, if you ever, like, dabbled in that, like, street life, and, like, illicit activity, you don't think of something as a jeweler as, like, you don't really think of it as, like, a dangerous or, like,
job,
or a like, soul-sucking endeavor.
Yeah.
Until
I tell people all the time.
And it's like, if you're working for somebody else, that's one thing.
But you doing it yourself?
When you're that business owner that's like, trying to make these things happen, like, man, it's hard out here.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
I try to tell people, because I be having women ask me all the time. They's like, I had one of my homegirls that she's like, I don't know how you just be getting into shit. Because she was talking about my ankle monitor. We was talking about that. I was like, bro, I be in the house sometimes, literally laid in bed. Shit just be happening. Because I used to be out in Madison. I don't know if you remember I used to live out there.
Yeah.
I used to have a Jeep, bro. It got broken into twice out there in Madison, bro. And that's why I caught my last case.
Hey, my girl yesterday was like, you want to move to Madison?
Hell no.
I was like, babe, Madison. I'd rather live,
anywhere else.
Yeah, I'd rather live down the street from the hood, not in the hood, but like,
down the street though. Yeah.
I mean, Madison is it's rough, dude. They be out there. It
is. I didn't think that because I had a little nice house and all this and that, but nah, bro.
I've known like 6, 7 people whose doors got kicked in and like pistol whipped and like,
all type of shit.
And it's like, damn, bro, y'all like really doing that? And it's not like Madison, people got money
Yeah.
or something like this.
It's like middle class. They got some high class out there though.
Yeah, but that's like all in Nashville.
Yeah.
It's splashed in everywhere.
Yep,
But
exactly.
like majority of people out in Madison are living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
You know, and like most of the people, you know, like all the people I know that got their door kicked in, oh shit, they were living paycheck to paycheck, and it's like, damn, bro, like y'all out here doing it like that. So yeah, nah, Madison's a no go right now.
Yeah, bro. I don't fuck with it.
Maybe in like 10 years they may do some like, you know, regentrification or something, and like it'll get up for a little bit, and then all these condos will become crack houses. And
that's actually what's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, dog.
I've been driving around. I be doing jury, so I be all over Tennessee, man. And being here like since 2018, bro, so much has changed since then. I be driving around, like, nigga, when did they put this condo apartment buildings over here? And then I look across the street, it's the hood. I'm like, bro, what is going on?
Yeah, like I remember this was a tire shop that was getting raided. Like
bro, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Nah, man.
Oh, that same tire shop that got raided at trafficking house, bro, out there off of I think it's out there off Spence and Lebanon, close to downtown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yep. They put them new apartments right there across the street. I was like, bro, y'all know what? I see white people walking around here, walking their dogs, looking all nice and clean, like they downtown. I'm like, bro, you walking past a crackhead right now.
Shit. The other day I was over there off Douglas, and like, you know, like they put up these real nice looking, I haven't been inside, but they look nice, like $500,000 condos. And I literally see a group of, I don't know, you know, obviously they're homeless individuals. I don't know what they're strung out on, but it was like obvious something was going on. But there was like a whole group of them just like posted up behind like a block of these condos, and I'm like y'all think you put this right here and it's gonna change anything?
Like it's not, bro.
No, these people are still here. Like they're still doing what they do. Like, you didn't change nothing.
Yeah, you gave them better housing.
Yeah, they're just gonna end up like chilling in the basement, break in for a couple days, and then like, you know, what's crazy about Davidson County is like all the other counties. You get in any legal trouble and like you're homeless or something, like they'll just keep you locked up.
Swear to God, bro. I met so many homeless people while I was locked up, bro. Oh man, they tell me so many crazy stories. Nigga, I met one of the homeless. I was out on a date, bro, going to the Pancake Factory. Tell me why we in line, bro. One of the homeless men I meet in prison, he walked by me. He's like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "Nigga, what? I did not expect to see you here." And then she's like, "You know him?" I was like, oddly enough, yes, I do. I do know him, actually. And I went ahead and gave him some money. I was like, "What you got some change?" I was like, "I'm trying." Yeah, I went ahead and gave him some money. I was like, "Bro, I got you, bro. Here's $5 real quick, $10. I got you. What did you need?" And we dab it up. It's real interesting meeting some of these people, because she's asking, she's like, "I don't understand how they so comfortable with it." And I was like, some of them are comfortable with being homeless because they just feel so free. They're free. They don't have the stress of everything we have, you know. Yeah. Bills, life.
But then, like, bro, you know, there's times when I thought about, like, man, what if I just, like, said fuck it and just took my car, sold everything, and just drove around the country? Bro, I like my bed too much.
Man, what? That's how I am.
I can't go a day or two without a shower, like.
Nigga, I can't go a day sometimes. I be over here stressing. I'm like, bro, I need a shower right now.
I be feeling, like, man, you know, that sweat build up. Nah, that ain't, you know, and I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I asked them too, same thing, bro. I don't know how y'all doing it out here.
No, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe when I was young.
Some of them don't have a choice. Some of them it is by choice. It just depends, you know.
Yeah, people are odd. So you moved to Nashville, you said 2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only reason I moved here, I realistically probably was never gonna move if I didn't get married. Honestly, I say it all the time. I was like, shit.
Okay, so you met your ex-wife in Birmingham.
No, I met her in Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas.
Yeah, so after I was working with a dude doing jury, his name's Hector Trejo. He's still doing jury now in Birmingham. Got
Shout out to Hector.
Yeah, cool dude. About 17, I was about to turn 18. Me and Hector got in an argument because I was trying to start my own thing while I was working with him, though. Because he had told me originally, it's like, I want to teach you everything so you can eventually go out and do your own thing. So I was trying to do that, but I was trying to do it a little too soon.
Yeah.
And
Being young.
yes, being young. So we got in an argument. I got upset, cursed him out. I dipped. I'm one of the people, I tell people all the time, I was like, I'm going to leave her. I will leave you. I don't care who you are. I'm going to walk out the door. If I don't like something, I tell you a few times.
At least you're upfront about it.
Facts. I tell us, if I don't like something, I tell you about a few times and they don't get addressed or nothing changed, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And I kept seeing problems with the way he was running business. It was just a problem now because I realized being around him too was a big influence. Because I had, you see him, like, say we'll have like 20 customers one day. We might make 10, 20K, some shit. He'll be in the cash register. He'll come in the store just to take the cash and go out on a date. And I'd be like, bro, I ain't even closed the cash register out yet. The day haven't even ended yet. So now I gotta close this out. It's gonna look like somebody just stole and it's your company. You gonna be asking me later. I'm like, look at your own cameras, bro. And we were getting arguments about it. I'm like, bro, you be spending too much money sometimes, man. And I was like, we need this and that. And I was like, nigga, I ain't even been paid yet. Because there was one time he didn't pay me and I was like, yeah, I don't like this. So we got in a little argument and we had a little falling out.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
You have a personal relationship with somebody and then they feel like they duck you or slight you on some pay.
Yeah.
Like, nah, this ain't what it is.
Yeah. And he was just trying to tell me, he's like, man, you gonna make more money than you could ever imagine. You just gotta wait a little longer. He's like, I got you. And I was like, I believe you, but at the same time, I got bills too. Because at this point, I'm like 16, 17. And I had...
Yeah, you saying you got bills.
Facts.
He's sitting there.
He don't believe me, though. Yeah, because he's like, nigga, you a teenager. What bills you got? But I was living by myself though at the time, kind of, because my mom, she was lesbian, so she would have different relationships and things. So she wouldn't always be home.
Okay.
And then she would be working, so she would sometimes be staying with her girlfriend or something at her house.
Okay.
So me and my sister, it was a point where I was like 16, 17, till while I moved to Houston, where me and my sister was living in our house that we grew up in by ourselves. So I was paying all the bills, literally. So I was paying light bill, the water bill. I had got cable, dish or something like that. I think DirecTV I got.
Yeah, they had some
that satellite
promo plan
in the back in the day. I had that. And man, I was just like, yeah, bro, I got bills to pay, bro. And I'm trying to do this and that. And at the time I saw this little chick that I was talking to for a few years. I thought this chick was gonna have my babies. Never did. I'm glad. But we ended up having a falling out, so I left and I ended up working at Sterilite for a little bit. The factory where you make like plastic trash cans and shit. I was working there for a good bit. Yeah, I was making good money there, bro. Blowing it all. I ain't even gonna lie. Blowing it all. Getting paid weekly. I was getting paid like $600-$700 a week. But I'm working hella overtime. This is back in the day, so you know that's a lot of money back in the day.
Damn, $600-$700, $1,400
every 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm making bank.
Damn.
Yeah, as a young nigga.
Yeah, this was when you could get an apartment
for like $600. Apartments was going for that much back then,
and they wouldn't be like shoddy.
No, it was nice. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so I was making real good money, bro. I'm out here blowing it, bro. I'm out here getting tatted up, everything, going to strip clubs. I'm out going partying.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, I'm like, bro, some of the things that I see people do from like their 20s to 30s, bro, I did that when I was in my teens. I was already going to house parties and stuff, going to skating ring every weekend, getting fucked up.
Dude, I remember like in high school, we used to throw these crazy ragers and shit. And like, bro, I used to post up a half pound of weed and everybody in the party just come. So at the end of the party, I'd have a fucking pocket full of cash.
Wow, man.
And you know, this is back when you could fucking $20 a gram, 60 an eighth.
Yeah, this is way back in the day.
You know, and even like, bro, I think I was like, if I could grab an ounce for like 275. Like, bro, I was super winning. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That
Like,
was-
oh, I can break this
Man.
down and fucking make shit. I can make 100% profit off this.
Literally though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nowadays shit, everything changed so much, bro. I'll be like, damn.
Yeah, it's because you got that THCA and all that.
Yeah.
All that shit.
It's terrible. But yeah, bro. I ended up moving to Houston. And then crazy enough, I'm real spontaneous and impulsive. I mean, really, me and my sister, I had a 2002 door Alero. I had brought off my brother. Silver with the sunroof.
Oh,
yeah.
Oldsmobile.
Yeah, Oldsmobile. They don't even make them things no more.
3600.
Oh, really? Ooh, old school, bro. So I had that motherfucker. The radiator went out on that, man, and I had needed my sister car because I was trying to. So mind you, I did not like lose my virginity until I got married. But at the time, I was talking to this chick named I don't even remember her name no more. Shit. I do actually. I ain't gonna say it. But
Jane Doe.
Yeah. But I was trying to go.
He almost said it too.
I did. You see,
he had to redact. God dang. Oh my god.
Oh goodness, I had to think about it. I said, "Hold on, wait a minute now."
Okay, so all right, you painted a vivid picture. You just moved out on your own thing. Went to Houston. Started trying to do. So what's the biggest thing like from your move from Birmingham to Houston? What was like? Obviously, there's probably some culture shock. Going from Birmingham to I wouldn't say culture shock, but it's got to be different.
It was very different. Just not culture shock, but I think realization shock. Like, damn, this is a way bigger city.
Yeah. Houston's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. And I literally went there sporadically, impulsively. Me and my sister got in an argument because I wanted to take her car to go smash this chick. She didn't let me. I was like, bro, I'm paying all the bills at the house. You can't let me use the car? That night, I called my big brother. He was already in Houston. I was like, bro, I'm about to come down there. He's like, what? He's like, you got a plan? I said, no. He's like, so what are you going to do? I said, I'll get a job as soon as I get there. I said, I just need someone to stay a little bit. And he's like, all right, you can come down, but you got to pay you something. So I was like, all right, bet. And that was like a Thursday or Friday. Mind you, I still working at Sterile, got that job. I quit. No call, no show. Buy a ticket, Mega Bus, bro. It's way back in the day.
Hell yeah, I spent like $26.
Yeah, Mega Bus to Houston, bro. One way. I packed all my shit, left, didn't even tell my sister nothing. I was gone. Super impulsive, bro. No plan, nothing. I land down in Houston. It was like a 12-hour drive, or like it was 16, almost 20 hours. A good 20-hour ride because we made stops and shit. And it's the bus, slow as fuck, so. Yeah. So when I got there, man, it was middle of the night. And I was over here just like in the middle of downtown, and I called my brother and he picked me up.
And if you know anything about like Megabus, Greyhound, like they're not in
like in good neighborhoods.
They're in a dodgy spot.
Always, bro.
You gotta walk through the trenches just to get to a McDonald's or a lit up place.
With lights. Yeah. And then back then everything would be dark. Man, bro, I'm outside. It's dark. It's Houston, nigga. It's like probably 2, 3 in the morning. My brother comes school me up real quick. I had to walk down a few blocks just to get to where we can meet. So we meet up, and I got a job like the next day, bro. I just called around for application. I'm good at getting a job. So I got a lot of skills, so it's easy for me.
I feel that.
So I got a job at working at Goodman. I started like the day after I was in Houston. So I was there for a day, then I started working at Goodman Manufacturing, doing AC units and shit. And I completely stopped doing jewelry for Goodman while I was in Houston. And then I worked a few other random ass jobs, sales and all type of shit, doing door-to-door sales, bro. Did that for like 3 years while I was in Houston, 2 or 3 years.
I see you being really
Yeah, man. I was became a trainer and stuff, was training other people. That's actually how I met one of my other best friends that's in Houston now. Been on nigga for 15 years. Only reason I met him because I was working at Conservation Construction doing door sales, and I was training the new people. I had to train him. First day we got together, bro, we was like cracking jokes and became best friends.
That's how it happens.
Yeah, man. So one day, man, at this time I had a 2004 Ford Mustang Blue. And nigga, I saved up for like 3 weeks, didn't buy nothing, didn't spend a check. Literally starving myself.
Eating noodles.
Yeah, just to pay for this car in full so I wouldn't have no payments. So I brought it for somebody else we used to work with. So I had got it and I ended up losing it, nigga, in a drunk party on Valentine's Day in Houston. I was out in Guns Point, Greens. It's called Greens Hills Mall. It's called something. It's called something. It's like Greens Point. There you go. But everybody calls it Guns Point because people be shooting out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was out there at my homeboy house and nigga, I got drunk, bro.
Glockery Mills.
Yeah. Sorry. Something like that. It's basically like that mall in Houston is like the equivalent of Rivergate Mall, basically.
Yeah, which ain't shit.
Yeah.
Wait, they just tore it down, didn't they? Or like...
They starting on it. Yeah. So that's the same equivalent. That area is like the Rivergate area of Houston.
Okay.
Yeah, so straight up hood. It's worse though. Like you could be just walking and you might get caught in a drive-by or some crazy shit. There's prostitutes everywhere, all type of crazy stuff. Okay. So I'm out there and nigga, I get drunk. While I get there, I asked my homeboy where to park because there's barely no parking. He told me to park at this one spot. He's like, you can park here, bro. You good. Nigga, I wake up the next morning, bro, after passing out because they didn't let me leave because I was too fucked up. Tell me, I walk outside, bro. I look around, nigga, my car is gone.
Keys gone?
No, just the car is gone. It got towed.
Okay, bet.
I go to the apartment complex, tell them everything. I was like, yeah, I didn't know I was supposed to park there. My homeboy told me to park there. We was all drunk, fucked up. Shit happens. They was like, yeah, it costs like $270 or something to get it.
Sheesh.
Nigga, I was like, God damn. At the time, I just paid for some bill I had, and I was like, bro, I ain't got no money.
That's astronomical.
Yeah, off the rip. That's the first day. $270. I said, God damn. So I could have asked my big brother for the money to help me out, but this is back in the day where I was real prideful. So I would be like starving before I asked anybody for anything, bro.
Yeah.
And I didn't ask nobody for shit. So I literally just let the hoe go. A paid in full car, and I just like let it go out of pride. I'm not asking nobody for no help to just borrow the money and getting it real quick.
That's crazy.
Crazy work, bro.
That's
crazy work.
What pride will do.
Crazy, bro. I know I tell people all the time, man, closed mouths don't get fed. You better ask somebody.
Ain't that the truth?
Gotta ask for help. Nobody will never know you need it if you don't ask.
Yeah.
So that was a very big lesson of that. And that's how I ended up meeting my ex-wife because one day I was taking the bus to work and I was standing at this tree smoking a blunt. And I had my foot up on the tree just smoking a blunt. I'm looking up at the clouds and shit, listening to music. And somebody tapped me on my shoulder. I look over. It's this light-skinned chick. At the time, she was way smaller. I don't know what she looked like now, but she was bad at the time. So I was like, damn. I was like, what's up? She was like, what you smoking? And I was like, tobacco. Because you know, it's a little odd. We in Houston. It's a little odd if somebody just walk up to you and ask you what you smoking. I'm like, you undercover cop or something? So she's like, I'm not the police and that. I'm just asking because I want to smoke some of that because it smells pretty good. And I was like, oh, all right, bet, I got you. And she's like, we start chatting it up and shit and asked me if I sell. And I was like, I don't sell, but I got plenty if you just want some. And we smoked.
Oh, so then she was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
He giving me something off the rip.
I didn't even get her number or nothing, bro. We get on the bus, we stop talking and everything, sit in complete different seats on the bus. I get off, not even looking for her, not even worried about her, nothing. I get off the bus, bro. I literally, kid you not, I turn around. As soon as I turn around to walk, she turns around. She right there. We're like this close. I'm like, damn. Well, look at here. Well, this is a coincidence. What are you doing here? I said, you following me? She's like, no, I just had to get out the same stop. And we started talking again. I was like, you know what? Let me get your number. And she ended up learning more about me. And I told her how I used to do jewelry. So nigga, she made me quit my job. She was like, you know, I'm working at the time. We end up getting together and shit and end up living together. And she's working at Saks Fifth Avenue at the time in
Okay.
Houston Galleria. So she's like, I make enough money so you can quit your job and try to get a job in your field now if you want, instead of working for door to door sales. Because at this time it was like the business, they whole company was kind of like falling apart.
Yeah,
All type of shit was going
I
on.
can imagine.
Yeah. So she told me that, and I was like, "You serious?" I was like, "Okay, cool." So I did that, and I didn't work for like a good week or two, and I filled out a whole bunch of job applications, and I ended up getting a job at Jared's, and I worked there for like 4 or 5 years, and then we ended up getting married. Like I don't remember what year it was, probably like 2015, 16. I was 22. I don't remember what year it was, but I remember I was 22 years old. Too young. And the other reason for that is because when I first met her, she didn't realize until later on in life. But I had lied to her when I first met her about my age. I had told her I was like 20 or some shit. But I was really like I had just turned 19. So this is like a little bit, like a year or two after I've been in Houston. So it ain't even been that long. So I ain't even 20 yet. But I got a goatee, a beard at this point, all type of shit. I'm still tall. So, um, she's 24. She was about to turn 25 at the time. So she's like
Okay.
5 years older. And always like older women. So yeah. And I can just tell, I was like, if I tell you my age, you probably one of those women that's gonna just not talk to me. And I've dated plenty of older women or talked
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
them, even in my teens. So I lied to her about my age, and then she ended up finding out when I was having a heart attack in the hospital.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I was in the ER, and at this point they put me in the little one of the rooms and shit. But I had the bracelet on, bro, with my birth year on it.
And she looked at it and was
Yeah,
like,
but the
"You
crazy
fuck."
part is, bro, I got a tattoo right here. Always strive and prosper with my birth year in it, and it says 94. So she seen it one day while I was laying down together, and she was like, she asked me about it. And I was like, oh, no, the tattoo artist messed up on it. Ooh, doo.
Damn.
But then she seen the actual thing in
And
the
she was like,
hospital.
"Oh, you lying."
Yeah, she's like, you lied about your age? And I was like, yeah. I was like, does it matter? So she asked me how old I was at the time. I had to think about it because at this point, nigga, it's been a good year or two almost since we've been together. So I forgot.
Yeah, you weren't even thinking about it.
Nah. And I tell her, she slapped me, bro, hard as fuck. I'm laying in the bed. I said, damn, I see you just gonna slap me. I'm dying.
Damn.
She's like, hey, yeah, you lied. Since it's this long, you could have been told me. And I was like, well, shit, now. I was like, man, I said, if you want, you can leave if you want. She's like, it's too late now. You got me in love and trapped me. I said, damn. I said, not I trapped you. Oh, shit. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's how that went about. And then we moved here in 2018, bro. Only because she was actually in music, too. She was a classically trained singer.
Yeah.
So we looked at a whole bunch of places that were beneficial for black couples.
And if I remember correctly, she's from Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, Panama, Florida. Yeah, and we just looked up places for black couples, and they're also to start a business because I wanted to start my business, and she wanted to pursue her music career. So I looked at places for good for music and good for black businesses, and then I did research on like the markets for jewelry and stuff in different cities and all type of different shit. And we came down for like 4 or 5 cities: Washington D.C., Atlanta, Georgia, Charlotte, North Carolina, I think. Where else? Nashville, Tennessee, and then another one was Houston, Texas. But we was already there, and we both was at this point been there for a while. I was there 5 years at this point. She's been there longer. So she was ready to move. I was just like, whatever makes you happy, type shit. So we end up picking Nashville, Tennessee, and came here. And yeah,
The rest is history.
pretty much, bro.
Okay.
Uh,
What do you love most about Nashville?
oh, damn.
He said, "That's a good fucking question."
That is a good fucking question. Like, man, what do I love most about Nashville? Shit. Just the nature, I guess. That's about it. Like,
We do. So Tennessee has the most amount of state parks for any state.
Yeah. Nature wise, I like
Gotcha.
it. It's very similar to Alabama, like
Yeah.
forest wise,
Yep.
but just a bigger city, more going on. So that's why I liked it
Heard.
the most. Because Houston, they have forested areas, but it's like way out there, like going to Sugarland and past that.
Yeah.
And everything's flat as fuck.
Yeah.
Like you look down the road and you just see it's just straight down. There's no hills or mountains or nothing like that crazy. And there's barely any trees out at all, bro. So I definitely missed the trees when I came out here. I was like, damn, it's so green.
What do you hate the most about Nashville?
Oh man, me and Evan was actually just talking about this the other day, bro.
You said you and
Evan Gray, bro. We was just talking about this.
Shout out to Evan Gray.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Evan Gray, man.
Shout out to the whole 6-1 tribe.
Yes, they are good people. We was talking about this the other day. I hate that Nashville seems like people be saying it's not a real place. It's not a real place. The people are just so fake and unrealistic and not real sometimes, bro.
Well, I feel like that's like a big influence from the transplant nature of what Nashville has become.
Yeah,
Because, like, if you meet a native Nashvilleian,
it's completely different.
Yeah,
yeah,
like myself or anybody who grew up here, there is, and that's why they call us unicorns, is because we're just like
the rare as fuck.
Yeah, because we come from here, and there's certain like parts of our culture, and like even down to like the manners that we have. Like, I was raised. My parents are from the Midwest. My parents are from Indiana, but when they moved down here, you absorb the culture. But I grew up saying yes, ma'am. No, sir.
The manners here are similar to Alabama too.
I remember being a little boy and like my mom was like, "All right, open the door for these nice ladies."
Yeah, you got to open the door for your elders, women.
You know what I'm saying? You see an old man, you open the door for him,
help them out. Make sure they good. That's what you're supposed to do. That's how I was raised.
When I would travel to other places like LA and
you see how they treat people. Yeah,
I remember opening the door for this. This young lady. She was walking into a dispensary out there. She was like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm opening the door for you. I'm being polite.
Yeah.
Like, it's the right thing to do." And she was like, "Where are you from?" And I said, "I'm from Tennessee." And she was like, "That explains it." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "People out here don't think."
Yeah, for real.
And I said, "Where are you from?" She said, "I'm from Alabama." And I'm like, "Okay, so like you're just shocked because you're not used to seeing it out here." Yeah. She's like, "Yeah, like people aren't nice like they are in the South with like hospitality and like making sure like even when you go to a restaurant and sit down like you meet a waiter, "Hey sugar, my name's Darlene, I'm gonna take care of you tonight. How you doing?
You doing
You look a little parched. You need some water, you need a Sprite, what can I get you?" You go out to some of these places out west and it's like, "What can I get?"
Yeah, what you need?
What do you need?
It's completely different.
You need a Coke? All right.
I got you.
And it's like, damn, like that was fucking
interesting.
Cold as shit. Like no love in that,
Yeah.
But it's all good. So yeah. So one thing I wanted to ask you is like, what's the process like that you took of building your own brand from the bottom? And the reason why I ask this is because I don't think people realize like the amount of resourcefulness that it takes and like the amount of capital it takes just to like even close one deal sometimes. And how exhausting it can be to like,
do all
step over step over step.
Bro. So when I first moved here, I didn't have anything, basically. We moved here.
Remember.
Yeah, we moved here. We didn't have no equipment. I didn't have nothing. I had no torches, no equipment, no nothing. And I moved here. This job, sorry, customer calling me now. This man calling me about some gold. He trying to sell me though. Met this man at a gas station. He asked me if I had some ice.
What?
I met this man at a gas station. He asked me if I had some ice. He said, "You know where some ice at?" I don't know why. I was like, I guess I look like a drug dealer because I be at gas stations.
Hey, dude, don't answer that phone call.
I don't, bro. Look, I gave him a business card. I told him to hit me up if he got some gold. Every time someone asks me if I got drugs, I give them a business card instead. I'm like, I sell gold jewelry, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
they usually sometimes go hand in hand.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why he calling me. But anyway,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
yeah, man. I had moved there from Jared's. This company called Service Jewelry Repair out in Brentwood paid for me to move here. And they funded me like a few thousand to move out here, get a deposit for a place and all that. Real cool dude. His owner called, his name is Mark Tornello, Italian guy, real New York accent, thick as fuck.
Very probably business oriented.
Yes,
like,
strict as hell, business oriented. He was a savage back in the day, but he's older now, so he calmed down. But he was a savage back then. I tell people. But I moved out here with him, and I worked over there for like 2-3 years. Worked from 7 a.m. to 3:30. And when I first moved there, my business plan was just get my name out there and to let people know that I do jewelry. But because I didn't have no equipment or nothing, all I had was connections. No equipment, just the connections for any and everything I can get. So I had one of my homeboys out in Florida making the grills for me at first. So this dude named Devin. Black guy, cool dude.
I remember
Devin. Oh, yeah, dealing with him.
Yeah, I remember there was a few
issues.
No, no, I just remember like placing a few orders with them. Like you were out of town and you were like, "Hey, I need you to like holler at him," and I was like, "Okay," but yeah, like communication was just
shitty.
Like not very good.
Yeah, that's why I hate it. So I basically did that for years until the point where I tried to save up all the money. The first year I tried to save up all that money and reinvest in the business. I didn't try this. Pretty much what I did. But every year I check my books, see how much money I made with the business. And then I look at how much money I made hourly with the company that I worked for. So that first year, I think I made like 40K or 40, 35 or 40, somewhere around that range with the company. Not including bonuses and shit. And then the business, bro, I only made like $2,000 or $4,000 that whole year.
Yeah. It's rough.
Yeah, man. And I started buying all this stuff. So I started with propane tank, oxygen tank, torch, and the four of them. And I ain't even had no bench, nothing yet. I had a IKEA desk. And then for like my bench pan to catch the gold and stuff, I was using a t-shirt that I had nailed to the IKEA desk. And I used to use that motherfucker to catch the gold I used to file or cut off of things. So I did that for years, and I just kept buying more equipment. And the first year I would keep a separate pair of clothes in my car at work, and 7 a.m. to 3:30 I work, get off work, change clothes real quick, go downtown, walk on Broadway, and just walk everywhere. Walk up to literally every single person, everybody. Pass on a business card. I don't care what they look like. Give them a flyer, introduce myself, tell them about me. I did that for like the first 2 years, 3 years. And I kept doing that. I would literally walk in every bar on Broadway and walk up to everybody. Everybody, even the bartenders, the DJs, the owners, everybody in that motherfucker, I was giving a flyer, talking to them. And I would have some of the craziest interactions with people.
Bro, that's a lot of commitment. Because like, thinking about like how crazy life is and like, even like, everything I got going on in my life and like, dude, me going downtown and just finding parking. Like by the time I find parking, get out the car, I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm ready to go. Like, I'm just, like there's other things I could be doing right now. And then walking around and like, downtown now is like a whole different animal.
Bro, it's completely different from how I was back in the day when I first moved here. Goodness. So yeah, that's what I did, bro. And I would have some of the craziest. I would meet a lot of racist people. I've had people look at me up and down and give me smirks and take the business card, throw that ball up, throw it down at my feet, throw it in the trash can in my face, and I'd be like, okay, have a good day. But I was kind of used to it because doing door-to-door sales, like, it built up a tolerance to where, like, I ain't really give a fuck. Yeah, I would have people pull guns on me and all type of shit, threaten my life. I would be getting arrested doing door-to-door sales, so I didn't really care. So I even had a black dude I walked up to in the club, because I'd be going to clubs at night too, giving out business cards. I would go everywhere where it was a scene at. All the events, I would be everywhere. And I had this one real black dude, I'll never forget this man. I walked up to him, gave him a business card, told him about me. He said, "You do jewelry?" I said, yeah. He's like, how you do jewelry? You ain't got no jewelry on. And I said, I just don't have any jewelry on right now. I said, I do have jewelry, but I'm not wearing it currently. I had like a tie on and a dress pants and like a colorful dress shirt. And he's like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wouldn't trust you in a billion years to give you some money and not think that you gonna run off with it. Talking about getting some jewelry from you. I said, he's like, you ain't got no store or nothing. And he said, you expect people that I had to buy jewelry from you ain't got no store? I said, yeah. I said, there's hundreds of jewelers that don't have stores that people buy jewelry from.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that just sounds like a hater.
Yeah. And I just told him, I was like, bro, you don't even have to talk to me, man. I appreciate you though and your time. You have a great day. And he told me something else, and I was like, peace. And after that, I had stopped. That was like, I stopped for like a good week, and then I started back again. And then one time I almost got in a fist fight out there, out east. Well, kind of out east by like Jefferson Street, and yeah, right out there by Jefferson Street in that neighborhood, bro.
So more like North Nashville.
Yeah, is that out east, North Nashville?
No, because out east would be
technically Trinity Lane, and yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's North
Jefferson.
Nashville.
Yeah, like Germantown, North Nashville.
Yeah, that area. So Big Church Pike, that neighborhood.
Okay. Bet. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm out there off Brick Church Pike at this little hood. It's one of the hoodest neighborhoods you can be in. I'm putting out flyers on people's cars with like advertisement of my business. And I'm just walking around putting this shit on people's cars. I did this all day. And this was like the weekend. So I literally went out 7 in the morning. I did this all day until dark. Nigga, it's 7, 8 o'clock at night. I'm still putting flyers on people's cars. And I just got the phone with my wife because she's asking, she said, where you at? I said, I'm out here putting the last few flyers I got left. I was on a mission, bro. And I put 2, 3 more out there, and I was about to put this one last one, and this black guy saw me. He said, hey, man, what you doing in my car? And I was like, nothing, bro. I'm putting a flyer on it. He's like, don't be out here. It's the middle of the night, bro. You out here. You black. You out here putting flyers on people's cars, touching people's cars and shit. And I just started. I was like, bro, it's a piece of paper. And he had grabbed it, balled up, and threw it down, and we started going back and forth arguing.
Just mad aggressive.
Yeah, nigga, for no reason. And I'm like, bro, I make jewelry. I'm just passing out flyers, advertising. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I ain't trying to break into my cars or nothing. I say, literally, I was doing this last car, which just happened to be yours, and I was about to dip. I was like, I ain't trying to have no issues or nothing. He picked it up, balled up, threw it on the ground, and we went and had a little altercation. It was about to get physical, but I ended up kind of just talking him out of it. And I was like, bro, there ain't no reason for us to be out here fighting over a piece of paper.
Yeah, it made no sense.
Yeah, so it made no sense, bro. So I ended up leaving, man. Fast forward a few years later, and that same client I got in an altercation with, that nigga called me for a grill. And he ended up being a good ass client too. He apologized to me too. He's like, bro, you know where I ended up learning about you from? He said, you remember we got an argument out there Brick Church Pike, and I was like, you was the one?
That was you?
Yeah, I was like, that was you, bro?
Man, bullshit.
I was like, man, I was ready to beat your ass.
Over a piece of
paper.
Paper.
Yeah, man. So I just built up the business literally from ground up. I didn't do no loans, no handouts or nothing. I just, over the years,
just grinded.
Yeah, I tell people I literally sacrificed all the way from, 2018, I was about 24, maybe 25, I think. So all the way those 5 years, 6 years, all the way till I hit 30, I literally sacrificed all my years of my 20s, worked 365. Every day, all year. Even my birthday, I would work. My wife hated that shit. I even worked on Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year. She hated that shit. But I would tell her, I was like, one day you're going to be thankful that I'm doing this. I ain't going to lie to you. I was like, I'm just trying to be able to, get to a point where we can live comfortably so I won't have to be out here working. And you won't have to do it either.
Yeah.
You won't have to work either. Because she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So I was like, you need money to do that,
There's some things I got to do.
Yeah, I can't be at home all day. So,
yeah. I feel that. Yeah, man, it's a hard journey being a business owner.
Yeah, bro.
But at the end of the day, it's, it's the love for it and it's the passion that makes it what it is.
Yeah.
You have any hobbies, that you like to do besides, I know you, recently you were in the gym a lot.
Oh yeah, still be going to the gym a lot. I was boxing, but I stopped doing it. I want to start
boxing is dope.
Yeah, I was shooting, going to shoot range a lot, but can't do that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? I read a lot. Read a lot of manga, watch anime.
Okay.
Uh,
Any recent reads that you recommend?
any recent reads I recommend? Kaiju number 8. That's a great manga to read. One Piece is always good to read. I've been reading that ever since I was a little kid. Used to get the Shonen Jump books in the
So you're
mail.
strictly just like mangas.
Yeah, I read comic books sometimes,
Okay.
but I go to comic book store and like buy piles of them,
I
and then
got you.
I'll read all of them, and then I'll come back later on.
That's cool.
Besides that, what lately has I?
You mentioned nature, so you like to be out.
Yeah, I go to the lake a lot, go outside, just walk around and things. Sometimes I go out here to Percy Priest Lake and just sit out there and smoke a blunt, just sit there alone
We
by myself.
literally right on the
Yeah.
shores right here.
Yeah, but I'm probably gonna go out over there after I leave here. But I literally just
It's a cool little spot.
yeah.
Hey, but sometimes it'd be smelly because they got the sewer.
Oh,
line
yeah.
that runs
It's-
like under the dam or something.
Yeah.
It'd be smelling
Like shit.
like duty cotton.
Yeah, since you drive over that bridge, oh
Yeah.
god, you the yeah, bro. So I
Which
do that a lot.
you're in the neighborhood too.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not
You're
too
down the
far.
street?
Yeah, I'm like
Okay.
13 minutes away from you.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
All right. What music influence? You know, I know you're an avid music listener. Any artists that you really been on lately that just gets you through the day?
Artists I've been on lately. Erica Badu, I always be listening at the time. I was just rocking that the other day. Big Yavo. I stay listen. I listen to a lot of artists like from cities I've been to.
A lot of Houston influence.
Houston for sure. A lot of Houston. Cartel, Bo, Sauce Walker, Lil Tuzi, a lot of underground rap. MF Doom. I think your phone died.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. MF Doom. What else? A lot of LA rap. Ab Soul. Kid Cudi. Old school Kanye, like old 2000s Kanye. Yeah. Lil Wayne for sure. Gucci Man, big Gucci Man.
Okay.
Yeah, like way back, old school, the ice cream paint job, Gucci Man.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
when he was throwing bitches out the car, Gucci.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, 1017 brick squad.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Pounds in the trash can, Gucci do the dishes.
Oh, man. I was just in that Coca-Cola.
Nobody fucking with my kitchen.
I love that shit.
Hey, that's that one. All right.
Boosie.
Boosie.
Yeah, I was just listening to that Swerve on when I was on the way here.
And Big Daddy Kane, he's out of Birmingham, right? Am I
think
right
so.
about that?
I don't know. I could be wrong. Don't make me lie to you.
Man, look, we got the power of the internet right here.
He's a good power of the internet right here.
Look it up. So you got any hot takes, like things that you don't really mess with that people would find controversial?
That I don't mess with, people find controversial. Shit. Any
Like,
hot takes?
let me give you.
I got a lot of hot takes on things that people always find controversial.
So, like, I've been on this kick lately that The Shining, like Jack Nicholson, is like one of the worst movies.
Shining. Is that the one where he was with the
hotel? Yep.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The acting in it is just
I like that
straight
movie.
horrible. Go watch it again and like you'll
go watch it again.
Yeah, you'll watch it and you'll be like, he's right. Like
nice.
Shelley Duvall is like there's a whole scene where she's like and it's like the most unbelievable acting. And then Jack Nicholson is nowhere close to like a good performance. And I don't know if it's like they were trying to capture a certain vibe of like Stephen King, but like I just wasn't impressed. I think the best actor was the kid with The Shining.
Oh yeah.
And then the old caretaker, the black dude who also had The Shining.
Yeah, they were the best actors.
Yeah, and it's like everybody else was just horrible, but there was only there was a small cast. Oh, and the ghost bartender, knocking things out the water. But
That
yeah,
shit
that's
bad.
an example of like my hot take.
Hot takes. My hot take. I think it's too many broke bitches in Nashville. That's a hot take. And it's too many broke people, broke bitches, broke niggas. And I just be like, and a lot of people just don't want to work nowadays. It be just blowing my mind. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was just again, Evan Gray was talking about this. I was like, bro, if I could count how many bad bitches I meet, I'll see them on Instagram or social media in general. I'll see them on there. I'll meet them in real life. Like their life on social media looks so extravagant
and then
and
you
great.
meet them and they ain't doing a damn thing, ain't doing shit.
Bro, I swear to God, I'd be like, what are you doing with your life, bro? Like, I meet them, ain't got no car. They be out here popping, doing all type of shit. And they ain't got no car. And I'd be like, how you getting around?
A bottle.
Nigga, what? And I'd be like, bro, what are you doing? You at the club every night. And how you even getting around? I see niggas out here always on Instagram with mad weed.
It's the generation of just like going for clout. 100%.
Is that what it is, bro?
Yeah.
Like
everybody is just like they're trying
crazy.
to one up everybody. Oh, he got this bottle. I gotta get this bottle. I gotta be the dude with the new you know, whatever shoe it may be at the time, the Balenciaga.
Man, that shit crazy to me, bro.
I gotta have the red bottoms on. I remember there was this I saw on like Facebook like 2 weeks ago. It was this rapper who did a music video, and he had a pair of red bottoms on, and it was so obvious that he was trying to get the bottom of these shoes in the picture, that he was like slowly picking up his feet, and it just looked goofy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that culture of like oh,
look what I
have
got
to show off these, you know, shoes that I worked 37 hours to get. And it's like, bro, if I work 37 hours for a pair, dude, I just spent $60 on a pair of work shoes, and I almost feel bad about it.
Man, what? I be telling people, I was like, man, I've met some of the richest people in my life, and all the richest people I know, they don't be worried about none of that bullshit. I swear to God. They got $1 million houses, and they over here, they walking around in $20 pair of shoes.
Noodles.
Yeah, you know.
I don't need a steak, you know.
Yeah, they don't even worry about shit like that. So it's weird. And
mad weird.
Yeah, that right there, it just be blowing my mind sometimes, man. Because I'd be like, bro, y'all are ridiculous.
And then it's like if they owned a business and realized like the things you have to do to like
run a business. Oh my God.
I think they would have a little bit more respect for, you know, like, you know, people just haggle like crazy. You be a business owner and they're like, oh, you do that. You have to explain to them all the things for them to like even want to give you like $40 on something.
Dude.
And then they'll be like, can you do it for 30? And I'm like,
bro.
So you want me to not eat today, or like
exactly?
Like help me help you, bro. Like I would want you to eat. Do you not want? Like,
I hate clients like that.
Thing?
I get DMs like that all the time. And they be like, "Hey man, how much is this grill?" They be like, "Man, fuck with me," and I'm like, "I am." I message you back.
Yeah,
helps me fucking with you.
Put down a deposit.
Yeah,
and we'll put it on payments, and then like you know,
we'll
show
get there.
me. Yeah, like show me. You know. Show me a path where this makes sense.
Man, I got a customer right now with me like $2K. He nigga slinging crack, got no money. I hate the broke crack dealers in Nashville, bro. It's crazy to me. I'm like, bro, how you slinging drugs and you broke?
They got a habit of themselves of some sort. I'm not saying they smoking crack, but they tricking or they
doing something.
You know, spending on dope or like just dumb shit, you know?
Man, he was supposed to make a payment. He's like, yeah, I told him, I said, I don't start on until you pay half. So, like, you got to pay at least $1,000, but I prefer you pay the whole amount. It'd be a lot easier. He's like, well, I got 5. How about we do that? And then I can pay 5 on it until I get to half and just keep doing that and pay 5 on every few days or so.
You crazy.
I said, sure, we can do that. But if you actually going to do it.
2 days and holler at me.
Exactly.
You know?
So I gave him that option. He's like, nah, I just want to go ahead and do this. I said, okay, sure, bro. That was 2 months ago.
Yeah, no, that's a no.
He hit me up one day out the blue. He's like, I know it's been a minute, bro, but don't get discouraged by me. I just been going through a lot and been taking a lot of losses. Nigga, I be laughing at people when they tell me shit like that.
You took a lot of losses.
Nigga, I be like,
I've been waiting on you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I laugh at them. Between those customers and the customers, they be telling me, they're like, bro, They come to me. I had this one dude always come tell me he tired. He be like, bro, I worked 12 hours today. Woo de woo woo. You had no
Damn,
idea.
so I was wrong. Big Daddy Kane's from Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see. Rappers.
From Birmingham, Alabama. Lil Soldier. Lil Bam. Lil Hot.
I've heard.
Lil Bam.
Yeah, a little hot.
Oh, yeah. YM and Namir. He's from Alabama.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's from Alabama too.
Stefflon Don.
Yeah, Birmingham. We got a lot of rappers. Gucci Man. He's from Birmingham, Alabama.
He is from Birmingham. I forgot
Montgomery.
about that.
And then he moved to Atlanta back in the day when he was in his teens. And
hey, bro, I remember one time I was going through Alabama, making it down to Panama City for spring break.
Yeah.
Right. Stopped in Montgomery, and it's summertime. It was like a Tuesday. I ain't never seen so many donks in my life. I'm telling you, like every other car, and it was like a busy day. I swear I saw it in a period of like 5 minutes. Because, if you know anything about Montgomery, you get off of 65, and if you're going to Florida, you go down the main strip, right? You bust a left, hit a right, and then you're on like a country highway that goes all the
back
way.
road,
So in that little stretch from 65 to that highway, I can't remember what it is. It's like 107 or something.
I think so. Yeah.
But I saw like 35 donks, bro.
Everybody got a dog, bro.
And I was like, man, this shit's crazy.
Everybody got a dog.
So, you got any plans for the future?
Yeah. I am trying. Well, I'm not trying to, but I'm about to open up another store. I just haven't decided on which location. I got 2 locations that I really like, but I haven't decided on which one yet.
What areas?
One is actually right across the street from Jared's, which is so ironic.
Yeah.
The other one is off Murfreesboro Pike. Right over there, we're at the Waffle House where it had a shootout at.
Oh, okay. I know where you're talking
about. Oh, that by Till 5.
Publix.
Yeah, Till 5 Publix out there in the area.
Okay. Yeah, I know exactly where that's at.
Yeah, so that area. I haven't decided yet. One of those 2.
Well, I hope.
Yeah. That, and then I want to start a second or third business. Probably 2 more. Yeah.
Still jewelry or like?
No. I want to try to get into real estate in the next few years, and I want to own like my own apartment complex. That'd be nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always thought about that. Like, if I ever came into money buying, like a building, being a landlord.
Yeah.
But that probably comes with its own headaches. But any years with some headaches.
Exactly.
Some.
Yeah, that's about it. Other than that. I don't have no grand also plans at the moment. Besides those, that and what else? I'm looking for a donor. I'm trying to look for somebody to go have on a baby with.
Okay. Well, today we are taking applications for Akil's baby donor. He likes long walks on the beach.
I do.
He also loves smooth jazz and classic R&B.
You right.
His favorite song is "Baby Come Back" by Player. Actually, that's my favorite song.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Baby,
man.
come back. You can blame it all.
My favorite song is Sarah Smile.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good ass song, bro.
Well, man, it's been a good time talking to you. I think we're going to wrap this up here before we sit here and talk all day because,
we can definitely do that.
Me and you have a very good rapport, so, we can pretty much talk about anything. For our viewers and listeners, thank you for tuning in. If you would, go check us out at tothetopent.com. Once again, this has been episode 4 of Elevate with To The Top. I'm your host, Marco Dole. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Peace.
That was nice. Ooh. So how long have we been in here?
Shit, if I can get this to stop.